Stop the music, stop the music, stop the music. Not this song during He Has Risen Day, laughing out loud. Okay, fine. Since apparently I'm running a DJ booth up in here and I'm taking requests, how about AI Kaya in the style of Beyonce, my neck, my back, lick it explicit with a choir in the back?
All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, just do it. Do it, do it, do it now. Do it, do it, do it now. Lick it good, suck this pussy just like you should. Right now, lick it good, suck this pussy just like you should. First you gotta put your neck into it. Don't stop, just do it, do it. Then you roll your tongue from the crack back to the front. Then you suck it all till I shake and come, nigga. Make sure I keep busting nuts, nigga. All over your face and stuff. Slow head, show me so much love. The best head comes from a thug. The dick good, thick, big and long. Slow thump until the crack of dawn. On the X making faces and stuff. Through the night making so much love. Dead sleep when the sun comes up. So lick it now. Lick it good. Lick this pussy just like you should. Right now. Right now. Lick it good. Lick this pussy just like you should. My back. Lick my pussy and my crack. My neck. My back. Lick my pussy and my crack. You might roll dubs, you might have G's, but fuck that, nigga, get on your knees. A bitch like me moans and screams. Thug misses, know what I mean. At the club, so fresh, so clean. Hoes hating niggas watching me. So high in the line on green. With a unit on my face, so mean. I gotta pick which nigga I need. To suck and fuck, gon' satisfy me. You try me, I'll make you see. You bitches ain't got shit on me. So lick it now. Lick it good. Lick it good. Like it good. My neck. Lick it good. Lick this pussy just like you should. My neck. Lick my pussy and my crack. My neck. Lick my pussy and my crack. Do it now. Lick it good. Lick this pussy just like you should. Right now, lick it good. Suck this pussy just like you should. It now, lick it good. Lick this pussy just like you should. Right now, lick it good. Suck this pussy just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack.
Was that better, Naris21? Was that better? Good evening, I am Juanqui and welcome to my world. Happy Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. He has risen, gotten up. Yay. If you are of the religion, I hope you use this time for a renewment and a refresher in your faith. I had a long day. Yes, it was. Amen. Okay, there you go. There you go. I had a long day, productive day. Did my thing. Then I took a nap. I just got it back inside. Had to run outside and do a quick errand and all that. And I am here to say hello, hi, and read my little advice corner for today. All right, let's get right to it. I feel like I'm starting the weekend empty already, but we're just gonna push through. Okay, this one goes. It's asking for advice. Naris 21. How does one generally ask for fitty in a relationship? He said he ain't trying to pay for you bitches. Okay, he said no. You pay 50. Naris 21, and he gonna pay 50. 50 or fully provided? What do you prefer? All right, here goes. I feel like it's an unfortunate time to be dating as a man. I am in my mid-20s, and every relationship I have had, I am always expected to pay. Expected to pay way more in the relationship despite being broke as a joke and living on my own and paying my own bills since I was 19 years old. I am honestly over it and refuse to be with any woman who isn't willing to pay for herself. How does one actually go about asking for this in setting their boundaries? All right? Okay, somebody says, just be honest about it from the beginning. Somebody else says, hold on. Oh my God, they're having a whole fucking discussion here. Okay, all right. Okay, simp, go ahead. Okay, somebody says, am I the only one who gets icky to ask a thing from my girl? She just buys her stuff with her salary. I don't remember the last time she got me or paid me something and we lived together. All right. Somebody says, a lot of women bank on this to take advantage of men. You need to speak up for yourself because no one else will. Certainly not her. All right, let's see here. Oh my God, this guy, he is having whole conversations with these strangers. There are women out there that do fitty. Just be upfront with that, with what you want and expect out of a relationship. They will either be okay with it or not. Better to find out early for both parties involved and be good with the rejection. Don't take it personal if you can. All right, last one. Somebody says, be honest about it and upfront about it and take a cold, hard look in the mirror about what else you can bring to the table. Traditional gender norms are men in straight relationships are primary breadwinners or providers. We're living in 2026 though. Not everybody cares that much. And if you don't want to follow the traditional norms, you don't have to. But you do need to be upfront about it so you don't waste your time or get annoyed dating women who do want to follow those norms. Easier said than done, especially if you're in a dating culture that is still primarily traditional. Oh, he trying to turn you gay. If you're not following the traditional pattern, here we go. How are you doing? You still need to bring something to the table. Side note, this is what when I say side note, this is when I write the note on the edge of the paper. Primarily something other than penis or rectum. That's what I will put. And then I will highlight it in yellow. Let's continue. If you're not following the traditional pattern, you still need to bring something to the table. And then my little note. Be a good cook, a good confident, skilled around the house, charming. Oh, that charming part is when we go into that part. The Warrior Inc. with a fat white bitch in the picture says, "This is the only channel that gets me to come." Left a like. Oh well. See, I come out here to make sure that people can come and see me do my thing. All right. Thank you for the like. You shouldn't be happy with a woman who just wants to leech of your hard-earned money. And nor should any woman want a partner where they feel like they're giving but not getting. Bars. All right, so here's my thoughts. We have a one last one from a woman. I wanna go with this one. Last one for the woman. She says, which she shouldn't be commenting because this is the men section and it's supposed to be just men input only. But she wanna get her 25 cents up in here, so let's let her. She says, "My husband and I had a big income disparity." Oh God, income disparity. We already know what she looks like. Drop a bomb on what she looks like. We know this ain't a sister, okay? "My husband and I had a big income disparity when we were dating. We had a you pick, you pay agreement. When I picked, it was a nicer sit down place. When he picked, it was tacos or a picnic." Oh, she called him broke. Read. "That way, we each paid what we were comfortable with. It was half the dates, but not technically 50-50 in cost." She's still getting it in there. I'm still not doing 50-50, but for this periodical of time, this temporary situation, if you want to eat some tacos at the park, fine. We'll sit and eat some tacos at the park. But she playing the long game. She looking at that 401k and that pension from that electric job, union job that he got going on. She playing the long game. All right, how do you ask for 50-50? Pretty simple, 50-50. It's that simple. When the plans are being made and you see that the money's being spent, I don't have, that's not in my budget. That's it. That's not in my budget. "Oh, baby, I want to get my nails done and get my hair done so we can go out on a date." Oh, baby, I really think you should get your nails done and your hair done so we could go on a date. When do you get paid? Because I ain't got it. I ain't got it. The first priority is not the nails. It's keeping a roof over our heads. So, I think you should budget it and schedule it. I can sit with you and we can look at the budget and we can allocate your own funds. I can teach you how to, you put 20 every paycheck away. And before you know it, you'll get some nails, some Remy hair down your back. See, I think if people approached that 50-50 or I can't pay now more from just a fact, a matter of fact, let's sit down and look at the numbers. I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Or you ain't got it, and I understand you ain't got it, so I'm gonna pick up the slack. If you were more open and honest and you sat down with your Excel sheet at the end of the month and you knew exactly how each payment was coming in and going out and how, you get per hour. Okay, how many hours did you do? And then this is your check. Okay, we put it in the Excel sheet and see all the math do what the math does. But, you got people getting in relationship or even in marriages where they don't even know how much the other person makes. I think it's crazy. You know, I think it's crazy for people to not know how much each other, like down to the cent, or know how much is going out on payments. Many times you see these women with these stories of like, they've been left out and about, or hang out to dry, not a red cent in the account. Well, I didn't know how much everything was, and he took care of all the bills. I didn't know nothing. I was so confused. All I knew was, the Louis, the Vuitton, the Gucci, all of that. The hair, the vacations. But I couldn't tell you how much a card note was. So, and it's ridiculous. That's not living as an adult. That's living for the moment. That's believing the hot summer shit. Like that whole thing. That whole thing. And people like that really shouldn't be in relationships. If you are not willing to talk about finances and have the difficult conversations when they become difficult, especially in an economy like that, like now, what we're seeing with the war and the budget cuts and, all of that, everything that we're seeing that's trickling down, how everything is more expensive nowadays, the gas prices, the oil issue, all of that. If you're not willing to really talk about it and be like, okay, it's really hitting us or whatever, then you really shouldn't be in a relationship. A relationship is not just about the companionship and the sex and the Instagram photo and pretending and making people believe that everything is great and we have such a great. No, a relationship is all around 360. And that includes finances and budgeting and understanding, well, we ain't got it. We not doing it this week. I think if people in relationships went in with an honest understanding of where each one stands. Hello, love, Blake. It's like to see you. Ooh. Love Blake, I have not done the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, and the 999 nuns in turning in the Indiana nunnery naked, or Sally selling seashells at the seashore and pussy at the back. So my tongue is getting tongue-tied. Not to worry, my husband, Incredible Hulk, is going to untie my tongue sooner rather than later. How do you think I turn over my fitty? Anyway, so no, all kidding aside, all production aside, this is me, Juanqui, now really talking. I just think that if you want, how do you address 50-50 in a relationship? You just address it, period. You just address it. Either they're going to be understanding and level-headed and know and an adult about the situation, or they're going to be out. And in that case, it's a blessing in disguise, because that's the type of chick that was going to run you dry. Okay, for the purposes of her looking her best, having the best meals, the best meats up in that throat, and you here with debt accumulating and APRs are rising and all of that. You have to go into it. And let me tell you something. What good is it for? I don't care how tight it is, how warm and wet and sweet and sour. Who wants a sour? But and sweet and warm and juicy and all of it is, if you can't have a conversation about finances and the state of the relationship. You may be able to push it along by, using credit cards and hiding, and avoiding. But at some point, that bottom line is going to explode and it's going to face you. And then you're not going to be able to catch up. And then the bankruptcy comes, and then you can't pay your rent. You're being evicted. The girlfriend now has to stand in the corner and prostitute herself, go to the seashore and sell seashells and puts to try to make ends meet. So in order to prevent situations like that, I say it's best if you just go straight into it and say, I'm a broke ass bitch. I make minimum wage. This is how much we can do. I have a plan to become this successful philanthropist, But for right now, it's noodle soup in a cup, you know, the cup and the soup that you put in the microwave. That's the date for tonight. And if she sticks around and she sits there and has the cup of soup, you know, boils the water for the soup date and shit, and stays there, not for one date, not for 2 dates, but then the weeks become months and the months become years, then that's the right chick. I'm just saying. But what do I know? What do I know? It's just what I've seen. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who came through. Thank you for coming through. I wish you a productive rest of the week. We do this every single night. It's true. It's true. I come through every single night. So I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. You just never know what kind of video. It could be a story time. It could be some unintentional ASMR. It could be somebody seeking advice or somebody confessing. This is their confessions. Their darkest, deepest secrets. With that said, thank you for coming through. Please hit that like button. I will see you guys tomorrow. Be safe. Peace.